Hello, friends and family, and welcome to the final day of the 2023 Discraft's Great Lakes Open, presented by Grip 6. Coverage brought to you by Ace Run Pro. My name is Holly Finley.
And I am Raven Klein. Get ready for more. This is round 4. We are in Milford, Michigan. This is a DGPT Playoff, the first one of the season. And it's the last day on the Toboggan. I'm excited. It was another beautiful day, similar to yesterday, not too much wind, although I think by the end of the round it got a lot hotter than it did yesterday.
Yes, but the little to no wind was a treat.
It was. Gonna see some good scores, I hope.
Tom didn't have enough wind, so he had to create his own.
First on the card we have Missy Gannon. She was 3rd at C2 in regulation. We have Maria Oliva, sitting in 4th at both C2 putts and C1 in regulation.
Next up, Jennifer Allen, 7th in birdies at 33% and 2nd in par at 17%. Rounding out the card, Alexis Mandujano, 3rd in C1 putting at 91%.
Hole 1, par 3, 516 feet. You have OB along the left and right side with no wind. Nice to get a little more aggressive. The pin is back in the same placement it was as day 1, so it's tucked over on the right side behind a little bit of the tree if you're coming in the air. Most players are going to throw a sidearm off the tee just to land anywhere in the middle of the fairway, pitch up, take the 3 and move on. But you can definitely see some people get more aggressive with a backhand turnover.
Missy Gannon.
Do her shoes match the shirt again? I don't think so.
Missy Gannon with a backhand turnover. It looks like it could be flexing out to the OB area, and unfortunately Missy is out of bounds off the tee.
Maria Oliva lining up the sidearm. Nice and easy, doesn't really try to push too far. She lands in the middle of the fairway.
Jennifer Allen.
Jennifer Allen caught me on the practice putting green and told me she doesn't know quite what to throw on hole 1. She was relying on a T-bird.
She said that to me too today.
She thought about a Mako. Then she was going to go with a force over on a TL.
There it is. That's beautiful. She's definitely happy about that. If you didn't see coverage yesterday, she had a great round. However, it started with a triple on hole 1.
Alexis Mandujano.
Alexis opting for a forehand Zeus off the tee.
Ooh, I like that. Getting a little more push before it hyzers out. Maria up first.
Backhand bird. A little past the tower, but she's right outside the bullseye. Mandujano chips a forehand into the green, 15 feet.
Missy was OB, but she did get pretty far up the fairway, so she's just kind of throwing it across to the basket. but leaves it a little short, so she'll just be inside the circle. Or just outside the circle.
Jennifer Allen has a jump putt from 85 feet. Little tower tap for her. She'll have a drop-in par.
She had like 4 of those yesterday, so
She
I think
did.
we got to start a new tally.
Missy to save par from 35, and she's just off the front of the cage. Oh, Alexis pulls her putt a little high and right side. She has missed the par opportunity here on hole 1. She's in for a bogey from 18.
Maria in for her par.
Maria had a strong putting day yesterday, which we also got to see on the coverage.
Allen in for par.
Missy Gannon will take a double bogey, scoring a 5 here on hole 1.
There were no birdies on hole 1 today.
0 birdies on hole 1. Here we are, hole 2, a 426-foot par 4 uphill. You would like to land in the middle, but if you land on the left side, it's actually a pretty decent place to be for a right-hand backhanded thrower. The right side of the fairway can get a little hairier. If you get a good drive, you should have a 200-foot upshot into the pin. And today we're playing the far back pin, which was the same as day 1. So I'm going to correct that and say your upshot's probably going to be more like 200 to 270, depending on how far you get on your drive. Maria Oliva lands in the middle. Jennifer Allen's T-bird isn't quite as high as the other days, but she's in the middle.
Like most holes, it's obviously nicer the further up the fairway you are, but for this hole, if you lose maybe 50 feet, but you're in the middle and it's flat, it's so much better. Good shot by Missy and Alexis, and all 4 players should have decent footing for their second shot.
Missy Gannon up first. Looking to push past the top of the hill and get a putt at a birdie 3, and she has one from 20 feet. Jennifer Allen opting for a standstill to the top of the hill, and she's given herself a birdie putt from 35 feet, right next to a bee's nest.
Goody.
Oh, fun!
All those signs say wasps on them, but I'm pretty sure they're yellow jackets because wasps make nests in the trees and yellow jackets make their nest in the ground.
Alexis opts for a standstill upshot, but she throws it a bit low, and she leaves herself with a hefty putt. I'm going to say about 55 feet. Oliva had the longest drive of the card.
Beautiful upshot.
She's right inside the bullseye. She can practically leave her bag on for that one.
Oh, just left on Alexis's putt.
Jennifer Allen for birdie, off the front of the cage. Barely missed that one.
Missy in for birdie. Alexis in for her par. Maria taking her time just to make sure she doesn't do anything silly and getting her birdie.
We had no eagles here today, but one fun stat is that no player scored worse than a par on this hole today.
We've had a few of those this weekend. I'm loving that. It's something really cool about the playoffs. Hole 3, par 5, 915 feet, OB all along the left and right side. I think because it's day 4, the real play here actually is to just huck one. Get one down as far as you can. You go OB, you could still save the par, so a lot of players are really trying to bite off a lot of distance. We do have this pocket of OB, which is about 250 feet if you're at the bottom, and a lot of players, I mean, they're gonna have a look at birdie for this.
Oliva up first.
Kick out, kick out, kick out.
She is out of bounds early on the right side. Did not make it all the way down the hill. Very common error on this hole. Missy Gannon up second. Backhand starting on the right side of the fairway. Looks to be moving nicely into the short grass.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, Missy can attack for birdie from there.
You will see a lot of players, when they're playing it safe, throw maybe a mid or a fairway with a lower angle so that they get to the ground fast and they don't contend with the out of bounds.
Jennifer Allen lands a little short of Missy.
Oh, keep the height and just don't hit anything.
Oh, barely in bounds. Alexis Mandujano didn't get the full flight out of her disc, but almost did. Caught some trees on the right side and barely dropped in bounds. That was exciting. All right, Maria Oliva's third shot. Just looking for a safe placement shot. Get it in bounds.
Wow.
She's got some distance, doesn't
My
she?
gosh, I was gonna say, I don't think she was going for a safe placement shot. She got about as much distance as you could get. Alexis definitely going with the safer shot, although...
Oh no. Looks to be that she's
Oh my
hyzered
gosh.
out of bounds left side.
Dang it. Normally that would be the safer shot, going for that left side of the fairway versus going over.
Jennifer Allen attacking for eagle, but throws it really low.
She did that yesterday when she threw it too
Barely
low.
skips in bounds. If she would have hit one of those stakes.
That was stressful.
Jennifer Allen wearing my favorite disc golf outfit, a tennis dress.
Missy going over the OB. I think she wanted that to turn more. So she hyzered out. She'll be just inside the circle.
That's actually an eagle bid for Missy.
Yeah.
Or like put it in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone
This has come up a couple times this weekend. The line is not what will finalize your call. It is the stakes. So the players are allowed to pull the string taut between the two stakes to decide if it is inbounds or out of bounds.
Is it the middle of the stake or the inside edge of the stake?
See, that's the part that I'm not sure.
That was a big question around this weekend.
Yeah. And I don't know what every card decided on that.
I never encountered the situation.
Neither did I, but I've heard that it came up on quite a few.
Maria pitches up. She's in the bullseye.
Speaking of that question, for this video, we actually have another giveaway. It's Holly's disc. Do you think it's the inside or the outside or the middle of the stake? Let us know in the comments for a chance to win one of her discs.
It's a Star Mako 3 with a custom stamp. And Missy barely misses her eagle putt. Jennifer Allen for eagle. And just like we saw on hole 2, barely off the front of the cage for Jennifer Allen.
Oh, Alexis leaves her putt high, catches the band.
She taps it in for the bogey.
So they must have called her disc in then. That was the final call they made. Jennifer in for the birdie. And Maria makes her putt for par. Missy finishes that hole with a birdie after the eagle attempt.
2 birdies in a row for Missy Gannon.
Erasing hole 1, and now she's fresh. Ready to go? Still leading the card.
Here we are on hole 4, a par 4, 508 feet. 2 routes. You have the straight route, the drone's flying, or a hyzer placement route. I like to go between these 2 trees right here and push as far as I can just to make the second shot that much shorter. We do have this new tiered section leading up to the basket, so you can't hit low and scoot up the hill as you could in previous years. Also, if you don't get far enough on the putt, it might look a bit sketchy and you decide to lay it up for par. Missy Gannon up first. A nice straight shot pushing to that back edge. And we saw she actually went too far the other day and had to play for par, just doing a simple second placement shot and then pitching up to the basket. Ooh, Jennifer Allen.
Beautiful.
Perfectly executed.
Maria following suit, but she turns hers earlier than Jen did, so she catches the tree, but she gets a nice rollout and will actually be in decent position.
Ooh, Alexis takes the hyzer route, which I've only seen out of one other player. And she pulls it a little more to the right corner and doesn't come out of the rough.
Looks like she's pulling to the right a little bit more today, so hopefully she'll be able to find that center release.
Great tunnel hit from Maria, and she's, well, you know, I told you that you couldn't scoot up there, but her disc just leaped over that. She's actually up there putting for birdie.
Ooh. Alexis going just to pitch out of the woods, but it looked a little lackadaisical almost.
It did. It like she didn't.
Yeah, and she caught a branch.
It's not often you see Alexis get frustrated because she actually doesn't make that many mistakes. So.
No. And to make the same mistake twice, 3 times.
Mm-hmm. And she leaps over those barriers as well. I'm just going to have to eat my words, I guess. This is Missy Gannon's second shot.
She throws that low. I wonder if she was planning on trying to skip up the hill or if she yanked it a little bit. I think it's a little bit more of the latter, but it works nonetheless.
Jennifer got really far on her drive, and she did a standstill Yeti AVR, and she's got a drop-in birdie.
Ooh. Like just trying to stop the bleeding. Missy for the birdie. Yeah.
What a great putt from Missy Gannon. 40-footer.
Nice. I love Missy's distance putts because I feel like you'd see a lot of other players jump that one, and hers is all that standstill power.
Oliva just barely misses from circle's edge. Looks like she didn't put her normal pace on that one, probably because if you go past the basket, it's awful. Jennifer Allen's in for birdie. And Alexis will unfortunately take a 7 here on hole 4. Shout out to Robert Leonard there on the PDGA staff.
Moving on, we have hole 5, par 3, 480 feet. Definitely one of Holly and my favorites. You want to push something a little bit straight, maybe use the left side of the fairway and get a turn so that your disc goes over the stump and then can hyzer finish toward the basket. Some players will play similar to hole 3 and throw something a little bit slower and low just to get in the center of the fairway, play it for 3, but we all want this birdie. This is one you don't see very often. And there is OB behind the pin.
Missy Gannon up first after a turkey.
Hold the turn. I know I asked for it, but that actually held longer than I thought I was going to.
Missy lands a little early on the left side. She'll have to scramble for par. Alan puts a move on it.
Wow. I bet that looked like it was in to everybody up at the tee pad.
That would have beat the other ace.
Jennifer Allen past the basket. She'll have about an 18-foot birdie putt. And that's the type of shot you'll see on hole 3 when people are trying to land safe and in the middle.
It is a very smart play. Oh.
Alexis, hers comes out early left, and she is back to Scrambleville.
Great out.
That was a nice shot, getting herself back into the fairway. She'll still have about 150 to go. Oh, a little bit more, actually.
At this point, she's looking to save a bogey. She hit a tree on the way there, so this could be a tough bogey save. Oliva played a short, conservative shot with a mid off the tee and is happy to play the hole for par. Kind of long on the upshot. It's going to be a 30-foot par putt.
Great out. One little last kick and you got it.
Missy almost gets all the way out, but just puts herself into a new patch. But on the edge, and it's Missy, so she'll probably still have a good look at it.
Alexis tries to save a bogey from downtown, but doesn't connect. Missy trying to save par from outside the circle.
Hits the top of the basket and pushes deep.
Maria Oliva misses the par putt after playing the hole for par. Allen for birdie. It's
Yes.
in. What a great birdie.
And that is a double bogey for Alexis Mandujano.
A single bogey, a triple bogey, and a double bogey all in a row. That is a tough stretch for Alexis. Missy taps in her bogey after a turkey. And Maria will have to accept a bogey as well. And I didn't realize it, but that's actually a turkey for Jennifer Allen.
Yeah.
That's her third birdie in a row.
That was the hardest hole for the field today. And
Really?
Yeah, and the only other two people to get it were Ella Hansen and Haley King.
Missy taking the risk.
Welcome back. Hole 6, par 4, 419 feet. The tee shot more than likely is going to be a short conservative placement shot, hopefully landing right about here. You can be a little more aggressive and try to get further, but I haven't seen anything land further than the very bottom of the little valley there. Your second shot's going to be a sidearm or a nice backhand turnover. Not too much turnover though, getting you up here into the circle for a look at a birdie 3. Jennifer Allen's shot is too early left, but she cuts through.
Try to flip it a little softer.
She's so funny. She might be able to save a birdie look from over there. Missy went a little aggressive on the left side yesterday, and it looks like she's landed more in the middle, but still it's over there on the left side.
Maria throwing her berg off the tee. I think it pushed a little bit straight, so she might not be directly lined up with the opening, but maybe a patent pending. Alexis was a little short, but I feel like she's lined up best so far with the window.
Jennifer Allen with a champion Mako 3 standstill. Baby Annie Engel, she gets caught up in the corner trees, kicks down the hill a bit. Oh, this looks beautiful from Alexis.
Nice shot inside the circle for birdie. I feel like this is a similar spot Maria was in yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Did she just try to... Was that an patent pending Annie with a Berg?
Yes.
You gotta have some torque to get that done. Ooh, a nice forehand chip from Missy. 0 wobble. That was smooth.
With the forehand approach and even the backhand, your landing angle is really important because this is such a fast green. So you really want to push the far side of the green so that any of your skip brings you toward the basket versus halfway down the hill.
Maria's upshot landed in the spectator area, so she pitches up for par.
A birdie for Alexis, the bounce back she needed.
That's a confidence boost.
Definitely.
Missy Gannon is in for birdie here on the 6th.
Jennifer Allen for par. And Maria for par. I feel like you mentioned the turkey and then they don't get another birdie.
Aww.
Missy Gannon and Jennifer Allen, the only two under par right now, but Maria at even. Moving on, we have hole 7, par 4, 538 feet. Your OB lines the right side of the fairway. Left side is not OB, but can get a little hairy. Good shots will land at the top of the hill. Great shots will land about where these sun patches are, leaving you hopefully with a straight approach into the basket. I don't want to jinx anybody. I don't really see a lot of rollaways on this hill, but you do want to make sure you control that angle and try and glide up toward the basket.
You talked about rollaways. I swear, if we see a rollaway...
If we see one, then we know that I'm magic, but, you know.
Missy Gannon at first. Good-looking height and angle out of her shot. You really want to get up to the top, to the flat area, and it looks like she's done that. Alexis's shot was a little low, and it's over there in the rough on the left side, just a foot off the fairway. Wow, look at the height. Jennifer
so
Allen's
nice.
shot.
Well, I thought that was, not to take away from it, I thought it was further.
Right. I think she's throwing a fairway.
Okay. Just seemed like it was in the air so long.
Right.
Maria, good, oh wow. Great speed, throws it just below the top of the hill, but gets a nice skip.
Alexis has to do a chip out shot, just looking for placement, play the hole for par,
Good position.
which is a 4. From here, Oliva can attack for birdie.
Doesn't quite turn that enough, so she goes down the left side of the hill, but she'll still have a putt for birdie. Missy is more on the left side of the fairway, leaving her with this hyzer approach. And she parks it.
Jennifer Allen is choosing a standstill approach, and it comes out early.
Oh, what a good tree.
Busts through the corner.
When that happens, I always go find the tree and I put my hand on it and I say thank you. I love Tom and his fan.
Alexis forehand chips and hits the koozie. Jennifer looking at an uphill birdie putt. Not quite enough gas to get in.
Maria for birdie.
Maria doesn't quite have as crispy of a putt as we saw the other day.
Yeah, she's hitting a lot of metal, but not really getting it to stick.
Exactly. Missy, however, stuck in that birdie putt, and that puts her at 2 under par for the round. Jennifer turbos in her par putt. And Oliva taps in her par here on the 7th, as well as Mandujano. Mandujano's cleaned it up. Went from a birdie to a par.
Yep, that's the correct direction.
Let's take a look at hole 8, a par 4, 390 feet out of bounds, surrounding the entire fairway all the way up behind the basket. You see that tree right there? It's a disc eater. You just want to get away from it, get around it, hopefully get past it, land right about here. That'll give you a short jump putt or a stepper or a little smoothie putter throw up here to get yourself a birdie 3. If you don't land past that tree I mentioned in the fairway, I feel like you're scrambling for par, and if you're lucky, you can still get a birdie out of it. And Missy lands under that tree.
It almost looked like she slipped a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of magic Missy can work from under there. It's low too, so if you're tall, it makes it kind of difficult.
Sidearm off the tee for Alexis Mandujano, and that is beautiful.
That was really good.
Very smooth.
Jennifer Champ Mako 3 turnover past the tree in bounds. It's going to be a tight second shot. She's more on the right side of the fairway.
I feel like because of the shape of the fairway and the hole being off to the right, we often think we really need to go right on the first shot. But you can push straight past the tree, and I actually think you line up a lot better with the basket.
You're right. Maria's backhand turnover, the angle was a bit wrong, and she rolled out of bounds on the left. And Missy, that's really the shot you need to get up there and get a birdie look. Little forehand chip from Missy. Maria can still save par from here. And
Great shot.
Yeah, really good.
Alexis's sidearm approach looked very nice. She would be looking probably like in the bullseye.
And Jennifer actually got so far that she could see the basket. She just stood still her Yeti up there right under the basket. Drop in birdie for her.
Birdie for Missy. Maria saves her par after going OB on the drive.
Maria's leaving herself with, they're not long putts, but they're lengthy.
Yeah.
You got to work for them.
Definitely. Alexis Mandujano with the birdie.
And Jennifer with an easy tap-in birdie. Wow, Jennifer's front 9 is looking incredible.
Yeah. Hole 9, par 3, 472 feet. There is no OB on this hole, but a lot of players are going to try and go straight down the hill, maybe flex something toward this tree on the right side so that the end of your flight puts you between the final 2 trees, just making a window at the basket. With it being elevated and a hill behind, unless you are within that circle, you're not seeing a lot of players run it, but we want to see you run it. Get the 2.
Missy Gannon up first.
Come on, this is the flight. Just how I described it.
Ooh, Missy's up there with a putt from about 45 feet.
Actually, now that I think about it, have you seen anyone go forehand off the tee?
No.
Okay, neither have I.
Alexis has a hyzer-shaped shot, but it's cutting early left. And she's going to have to pitch up and play for par.
Like I said, there is no OB on this hole, so if you don't feel comfortable with the flex, you can hyzer. But the challenge with that is the hill slopes on the left side, so you're not going to be close to the basket if you go full hyzer.
Now, a lot of players need a full flex to get there.
Yeah,
Jennifer
it is
Allen,
distance.
however, look at this. Just a low,
Say she
straight
throws it.
laser. She doesn't need a flex to get that much distance.
Wow.
Jennifer Allen has a 20-foot birdie putt on a 472-foot hole. Oliva up next.
Oh, that's beautiful. Just in front of the tree, nestles in. See, I feel like even the best shots are getting you just the edge of circle, mid-circle too, forcing players to take the par.
I'm still in awe of Jennifer's low shot getting all the way up there. Missy Gannon doesn't want any taste of this elevated birdie putt, and she pitches up for par, and I'm ticked off about it. You know, I really wanted to see
here
her
we go.
for that. Oh, Oliva. That's why I love Maria. Jennifer
Yes.
Allen, what a birdie.
I mean, if Maria's gonna run it, Jen better run it.
Look at Jennifer's scorecard. 5 under par on the front 9. Oliva for the par. Yes.
Love that. If you're gonna go for it, you make the comeback. And I will say, I feel like she didn't go too far. I don't know. I had a better word for that, but didn't get punished. Is what I was trying to go for.
Missy's in for the par after laying up and disappointing me. Alexis in for the par.
There were 2 other birdies today.
Who was it?
Holland Hanley and Natalie Ryan.
Incredible. I'm jealous.
I feel like Holland's got a lot of these infamous birdies this weekend.
She has the bonus birdies.
Yeah. That is going to wrap up our front 9 of the final day. Owen Scoggins, 23 under. Ella Hansen, really the only one right now close-ish at 17 down, but I'm excited to see Missy and Jen chasing those top players.
It's a battle for a podium finish.
Definitely.
With so much out of bounds, it could be anyone's game. Ace Run would like to shout out O'Brien Barbecue again for some more good eats. Sure do appreciate that. And if you'd like to follow and subscribe Ace Run on socials, man, we'd appreciate that too. And while you're hanging out online, go on over to pharmacbd.com and use code HOLLY for 20% off all Pharma CBD products.
If you'd like to support me, you can find my, I almost said tour disc again. You can find my disc.
It is a tour disc.
If you want to support me, you can find my tour series discs on dynamicdisc.com. And don't forget to enter in the comments for a chance to win Holly's giveaway disc.